Bill Klein married his secret girlfriend after formally divorcing Jen Arnold, star of The Little Couple. Jen Arnold was cheated on by Bill Klein. I'll tell you all about it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hold on tight, because we're about to dive into one of the most astounding stories to air on reality TV in a long time. Everything you believe to be true about them is about to change, so get ready. Rumor has it that Jen and Bill have formally divorced, and by rumor I mean some very reliable insider sources. It gets wilder if that wasn't startling enough. According to reports, Bill Klein married his secret girlfriend, whom he had been seeing for years behind Jen's back. Yes, you heard correctly. Heartbreak, infidelity, and a covert wedding. Alright, for those who may not be familiar with Jen and Bill's entire journey, let's go back a little. When The Little Couple debuted on TLC in 2009, it immediately became one of those endearing reality series that you can't help but adore. Bill Klein is an astute businessman who has a talent for transforming obstacles into possibilities, and Jen Arnold is a skilled neonatologist and physician who focuses on treating premature infants. From day one, their experience as small individuals in a vast world was inspirational. They both had skeletal dysplasia, a kind of dwarfism. An internet dating site brought them together in 2006. Yes, it is a contemporary love tale, and they were married in a stunning ceremony in Florida in 2008. As they adopted two incredible children and established a life together, the cameras followed them. Both Zoey from India and Will from China have dwarfism, and they have had some difficult times, such as Jin's fight with cancer in 2013. They appeared to be impenetrable throughout. Their humor, compatibility, and ability to juggle work and family obligations won many fans. Who didn't support them, after all? We had a front row seat to the small couple's lives for 14 seasons as they moved from Houston to Florida, renovated homes, and celebrated life milestones. When it came to reality TV couples, they were the best. Alongside Chip and Joanna Gaines, of course. However, as we are all aware, the complete picture is not often what we see on television. Additionally, it seemed that things were falling apart behind the scenes in unexpected ways. When did everything start to go wrong, then? About 2020, a few years after Trouble in Paradise aired in 2018, the first rumors about the show began to circulate. On social media, fans noted that Jen and Bill were posting less about one another. Yes, there were still family pictures of Will and Zoey, but there weren't many adorable couple selfies or romantic anniversary messages. People initially attributed it to their hectic schedules, Bill with his business endeavors, and Jen with her rigorous job at a children's hospital in Florida. Then, however, the rumors really got going. Theories began to circulate on social media sites like Reddit and Twitter. Someone reported that they had seen Bill out on the street, claiming to be a buddy of a friend. Petersburg, Florida, appearing comfortable with an unidentified woman who was most definitely not Jen. Someone else claimed to have heard Jen and Bill fighting at a nearby restaurant. Something about late nights and trust. I understand your thoughts now. After all, rumors are just that. Rumors. However, these minor details continued to accumulate, and eventually the tabloids learned about it. Headlines began to appear. Big challenges for a little pair. Furthermore, is Bill Klein betraying Jen? Supporters were split. Some said it was all nonsense and defended the couple. Others said, where there's smoke, there's fire. To be honest, I was also dubious. Ultimately, Jen and Bill had experienced a great deal together. Could this dodgy situation actually be happening? It takes a turn right out of a soap opera when the tale jumps ahead to early 2023. A prominent entertainment outlet received a bombshell from an unknown source who says they have worked closely with Bill's company. They said that for at least 2 years, Bill had been living a double life. This insider claims that during a business trip to New York in 2021, Bill met a woman named Samantha, or Sam for short. Sam was tall, brunette, a marketing consultant, and completely unrelated to reality TV. The two reportedly clicked, and what began as a business relationship evolved into something much more. According to the source, Bill would pretend to be traveling for work when, in reality, he was hooking up with Sam. They would spend their weekends away from Street Peak's prying eyes in places like Miami and Atlanta. Furthermore, it has been alleged that Sam initially knew nothing about Jen or the children. This whole situation is considerably more messy because she believed Bill was a single guy. She was upset to learn that he was married and a TV personality, no less, but she seemed to have stayed. Things became serious at that point. Jen didn't know the difference, though. She was occupied with keeping the family afloat, raising Will and Zoey, and saving lives at the hospital. According to friends, she had entire faith in Bill, who was her pillar of support, particularly following her illness scare. Therefore, she didn't even consider the possibility that he was skulking around. However, the truth eventually surfaces. And it did, at last, in late 2023. According to people with knowledge, this is how it transpired. Just a few hours from the family's residence, in November 2023, Jin received a tip from a mutual acquaintance who had seen Bill and Sam together at an Orlando hotel. The friend took a picture and emailed it to Jen along with a note, but they didn't want to believe it either. "This is something you must see." When Bill returned home that evening, Jen confronted him. He denied everything at first, claimed it was just a business associate. Jin, however, didn't believe it. The floodgates opened when she insisted on seeing his phone. Text messages, pictures, and even hotel receipts were included. Jin discovered texts dating back months since Bill had been careless about hiding his tracks. Messages that made it clear he had been unfaithful. According to reports, one of Sam's texts stated, "I can't wait to build a life with you." Can you imagine how Jin felt reading that? Her world fell apart after 15 years of marriage, 2 children, and everything they had experienced together. The ensuing altercation was heated. Later, neighbors reported hearing yelling late at night. Bill is told to leave by Jin. Bill is begging for pardon. He had left by morning, leaving Jin to pick up the pieces. A week later, claiming irreconcilable differences, she filed for divorce. Court records. If you think adultery was the last straw described in the leaks. Suddenly, one of the most adored couples on reality TV was over. Despite her devastation, Jen remained strong. In an effort to provide stability for Will and Zoey, friends claim she immersed herself into her job and her children. She relocated to a smaller home close by after leaving the large family home in Street Pete. You know, less room means greater tranquility. Although she hasn't discussed the breakup much in public, in December 2023 she shared a mysterious Instagram update. Fans showered her with praise, calling her a role model and a warrior, after she posted a picture of herself and the children with the phrase, "Stronger every day." In contrast, Bill wasted no time. Rumor had it that he had already moved in with Sam by January 2024. They were seen going grocery shopping, eating out, and acting like a couple that didn't care who saw them all around Florida. Jin's pals were incensed, accusing Bill of adding insult to injury. The real kicker, however, was when an informant revealed in March 2024 that Bill and Sam had married in a covert ceremony. Yes, you heard correctly. Bill Klein has been married once more. There were reportedly few guests, no cameras, and little fanfare at the wedding, which took place at a private beach house in Key West. Sam was dressed simply in white. At sunset, they exchanged vows while Bill was dressed in a suit. A friend of Sam's who attended later revealed that Bill referred to it as the new beginning he had been longing for. Jin was back at home in the meantime, coping with the aftermath of their divorce, which was finalized the same month. By the way, the divorce settlement was really good. According to reports, Jen maintained primary custody of Will and Zoey as well as the family home. Bill left with his business assets and a fresh start with Sam, even though he promised to pay a sizable amount in child support. It was dubbed justice by several supporters. Others believed that after everything he had done to her, Jin deserved better. The fans' response was harsh and quick. Social media went crazy. Trending hashtags included boycott Bill and justice for Jin. Those who had spent years watching the Lil felt deceived, as if Bill had destroyed a fantasy. Some even dubbed up previous episodes, highlighting instances in which he appeared aloof or contemptuous of Jin. 2020 is hindsight. It's accurate. Others came together to assist Jin and the children by creating GoFundMe pages and sending her heartfelt notes. Although they have avoided the spotlight, Will and Zoey, who are currently 13 and 11 years old, are reportedly having difficulties. They had always been close to both parents, therefore they were deeply affected by their separation. In an effort to assist them in processing everything, Jen has begun taking them to therapy. However, it has been stated that Bill introduced them to Sam, which did not sit well with Jin. What, then, made Bill discard everything he owned with Jin? That is the crucial question. Some people think it was a crisis in midlife. Perhaps Bill wanted a change, a fresh pleasure, when he turned 49 in 2023. Others believe he was affected by the pressure of celebrity. Despite the show's cancellation, they were still well known, and marriages often suffer from such scrutiny. Or perhaps he simply fell in love with Sam after losing interest in Jen. The whole tale is likely to remain unknown to us. Sam has not spoken, and Bill has remained silent. It's a different type of heartbreak for Jin. During an interview, she once declared that Bill was her soulmate and the one person she could always rely on. It must hurt to have that trust broken, especially in such a visible manner. One thing we do know about Jen Arnold, though, is that she is a warrior. She overcame cancer. She developed a profession. She brought up a family. She will also overcome this. Jen is concentrating on her job and her children in the future. It has been suggested that she may write a book on this period of her life. A tell-all that might correct the record. Although fans are pleading with TLC for a Jean-only spin-off, a return to the Little Couple is improbable at this time. Consider that. Life After Love by Jen Arnold. Without a doubt, I would watch it. Meanwhile, Bill and Sam are quietly establishing their new life together. Some claim that in order to avoid the drama, they intend to leave Florida and relocate, possibly to Sam's hometown of New York. Only time will tell if their marriage endures or breaks down under the strain of its beginnings. This is a long story, isn't it? It serves as a reminder that even the most solid relationships can fail, and that the reality is not always what we see on television. While it was lovely for a while, Jen and Bill's journey has taken a tragic turn that none of us anticipated. It teaches empathy as well. Jen is in pain. Bill has moved on. Two children are caught in the midst of this. Before we pass judgment too quickly, let us remember that. What do you think, then? Was this turn of events shocking to you? Do you support Bill, Jen, or the team as a whole? I need additional information. Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Additional updates. The Little Couple. Jen Arnold's kind post degenerates into an ugly argument. Why was Jen Arnold impacted by a kind gesture after sharing her mother's death? Jen Arnold pays a heartfelt homage to Hoda Kop. I'll tell you all about it. The Little Couple cast member Jen Arnold recently sent her followers what was supposed to be a heartwarming greeting. But things quickly went south in the comments section. How did things turn sour, and what did Jen initially disclose? Even though Jen Arnold, Bill Klein, and their children haven't appeared on a show in a number of years, many of their fans still follow them on social media. Following the family on social media is the only option for fans to stay informed about updates while the TLC show has been off the air. Fans can stay up to date on everything this family is up to, even though most Little Couple fans agree that this is not the same as being able to watch whole episodes of the family show. One of the things that viewers most miss is seeing more of Will and Zoey Klein, especially now that they are much older. On social media, Jen Arnold shared a sweet photo of Zoey Klein reading inside with her cat when it was snowing outside. According to other updates she had shared online, Jen inquired, "What do you do when it's raining, sleeping, and snowing all at once? Pick up a good book and curl up." She went on to say, "Snuggling is necessary on winter days and nights. In case you haven't been following Jen Arnold's updates on the Little Couple lately, the family has relocated to Boston and is settling in well. The snowy weather is one thing, though, that does require some getting accustomed to. However, it's definitely much more bearable when you have your pet, a cozy home, and a good book to curl up with. "I think Zoey would look cute in a bob cut," was the first comment or statement. "Her hair is growing back in length. How adorable." In response, someone said at 13, she is old enough to decide for herself how she wants to style her hair. So, in your world, would it be okay because she wanted to shave her head? Another person asked. After that, another person said, "That is none of your business. Go get your face lifted, please. Your face is droopy, and I can only imagine what else may occur if it were sagging." Good God. The Little Couple. Why did Jen Arnold share death of mom? Jen Arnold, star of The Little Couple, announced her mother's passing on Facebook today. Though not many specifics are now available, Jen talked about her death. The news was recently announced to Jen's fans just an hour ago. Jennifer Arnold posted on Facebook that her mother had died. She stated in the piece, "The loss of a mother, it transforms your life forever, no matter how old you are. You never fully get over it, but you learn to live with it. She will always hold a special place in your heart. Mama, you are missed." It is displayed below. She revealed that in 2021, her mother was suffering from heart problems. She ended up in the hospital as a result, but she made a full recovery. Whether or not this contributed to her death is now unknown. The cause of death for Jen Arnold's mother has not yet been revealed. I hope she decides to provide more information about what happened with her fans. Fans have expressed their condolences for her on social media. Here are a few of their remarks. "I'm very sad about this, my goodness. Your love for her was beautiful, and it was entertaining to watch her on the show. I'm sending you tons of love and a big hug. Oh, it truly saddens me to read this news. I've realized that my mother is always with me in the 10 years since she passed away. When I'm struggling, I can hear her voice encouraging me and sharing in my happiness. It helps, but it's not as good as having her there in person. I'm really sorry about your mother's death. My mother passed away when I was 26 years old and my first of 3 children was 8 months old. I will always have a soft spot for Jen. The news that your mother has already died breaks my heart. She was a brilliant lighthouse. Her affection for you and your family was evident. Seeing her was always a delight. Sincere condolences." Jennifer Arnold seems to have taken back control of her Facebook account as of March 18, 2025. At the moment, she is in charge of it and makes new posts. At the moment, there is nothing online regarding her mother. Everything seems to be going well for them. Jen Arnold is in our prayers and thoughts during this trying time. The Little Couple has not been renewed, and there are currently no new episodes appearing on TLC. The fact that the show doesn't seem to be returning at this time is a little sad. A kind act affected Jen Arnold. However, why? The Little Couple star Jen Arnold recently posted on social media about a thoughtful act from a fan that brought her great joy. What did Jen tell her sizable fan base about this recent incident? The family TLC show The Little Couple has been off the air for a while. Since Little People Big World was just revealed to be discontinued, 7 Little Jones is the only TLC show now supporting the cause of little people, as loyal viewers are aware. Viewers will not be able to observe Will and Zoey Klein's growth, which is one of the unfortunate effects of the Little Cou's cancellation. The show doesn't frequently discuss this stage of Zoey and Will's lives because they are already teenagers. The family's move to Boston was one of the other noteworthy occasions. A lot of people said they wished TLC had featured this in one of their scenes. While Jen Arnold keeps her fans updated on social media, most fans agree that this isn't the same as seeing the complete season of shows. Like many others, Jen Arnold recently visited Starbucks. Every year, a number of holiday-themed cocktails are well-liked by customers of coffee businesses, due to the fact that they adore Jen, her family, and the young couple. Jin's order and a meaningful comment were written on her cup by one of the staff members. In the description of her most recent post, Jen Arnold wrote, "It's unbelievable that our show's last season has been on the air for more than 4 years." Jen Arnold shared the cup's note with her large following, which read, "We really loved your show. We are huge fans." Although this may have started as a routine coffee date, Jen Arnold was moved by this heartfelt letter from a fan and shared it with her large following on the Little Couple. It was an amazing and lengthy run. The number of people who still remember us and our program continues to amaze me. In a heartfelt homage to Hot Cop, Jen Arnold continued, "I feel loved after receiving this message from Starbucks from the baristas who looked after us during our last-minute Christmas shopping." However, why? As the beloved anchor prepares to leave her job at Today and start a new path, Jen Arnold, a cast member of the Little Couple, recently offered a moving tribute to Hoda Kotb. What was Jen's opinion of the seasoned TV personality? Hoda Kotb made headlines when she announced a few months ago that she would formally quit her position today after many years of service. Hoda has been a staple in many homes and has had a big impact throughout the years. Her departure was met with sadness by many. Hoda Kotb will formally leave the Today set on January 10th, and a number of events are scheduled for this significant day. In the meanwhile, many people are reflecting on Hoda's journey and the ways in which she has impacted them personally. Among those who are wondering is Jen Arnold, who plays the part of the tiny couple. Among others who recently expressed their opinions and positive comments on Hoda was Jen Arnold, who starred in The Little Couple. Jen uploaded a picture from one of her past appearances on Today to go along with her sincere tribute to the adored anchor. As she moves forward, Jen Arnold said, "I'm thinking back on the amazing trip I've had a cab today. Hoda, you have been an inspiration to me as a person and as a journalist and broadcaster. Many of us look up to you because of your compassion, your storytelling expertise, and your dazzling delight. One day, I want to achieve my long-standing dream of using medical media to inspire and educate people just like you and Jenna have done for so many through your work." Since the conclusion of The Little Couple, Jen Arnold has persisted in using her following of more than 1 million to promote and highlight causes close to her heart. That Jen has such a strong admiration for Hoda is not surprising in this regard. Jen continued her homage by saying, "We have a lot in common, including a strong passion for reporting and their lovely relationship grandparents. Your compassion and sincerity have touched many hearts, including mine." Jen said, "I've always been a great admirer of the unique bond you've had with Jennifer. You've combined to provide a blend of genuine friendship, contagious laughter, and sincere chats to our televisions. Witnessing you two together has been such a blessing. I'm sure you'll continue to be an inspiration and a light wherever life leads you." The Hot Cop. Jen Arnold marks a significant victory. However, why? According to the most current information circulating about the mother of two, Jen Arnold, a small couple star, recently achieved a noteworthy victory. So what happened in this situation? And what did the TLC star have to celebrate? Even though Jen Arnold hasn't been on TV since TLC terminated the little pair, she still has a large online following. That is a common way for Jen to raise awareness of issues that are significant to her. Jen regularly uses her position to spread awareness or push for change. Many of Jen's most ardent supporters admire her for never being afraid to voice her opinions or what's important to her. It could be about her kids, being a mom, or issues that other little people are facing. Jen Arnold has frequently experienced unfair treatment and accommodations as a result of her frequent travels for work and pleasure. The tiny couple mom recently told her sizable fan base of a major success in the fight for disabled airline passengers. According to Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, it turns out that he stated, "We've taken unprecedented actions to hold airlines accountable when they don't provide fair treatment to passengers with disabilities. Every passenger deserves safe, dignified travel when they fly." Buttigieg's statement goes on to say, "With the new protections we're announcing today, we're establishing a new standard for air travel with clear and thorough guidelines for airlines to ensure that passengers using wheelchairs can travel safely and with dignity." This latest announcement is a tremendous triumph for millions of passengers as well as for Jen Arnold. As followers recall, Jen Arnold recently visited Italy and recently worked in Africa. Along with many of her fellow travelers, she will undoubtedly benefit from innovative innovations like this one, which will improve her travel experience. In addition to sharing this recent message with her whole fan base on The Little Couple, Jen Arnold also responded to it. Jen Arnold wrote in reaction to these new rules aimed at making travel more convenient and respectable for people with disabilities. Yes, at last, no more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.